I don't know if any of you are up from yesterday's event, but thanks so much for coming out to WPs. It was awesome.
Hey, man, how good were Los Lonely Boys?
They were really good. Except for their sound people were asses.
Was it their sound people? I knew you didn't like that guy at the end, but then the sound went out because I thought you were just going to blast him. But then he just turned off the sound.
Yeah, no, well, because we were talking about the CD, and he's like, and he kept talking.
I think he called you honey. He's like, honey, it's over.
Yeah, I got called sweetheart the other day by a NASCAR girl. Sweetheart, no, something like sugar, sugar heart or sugar sweet or I don't know, fast acting to acting. She called me something.
Somebody calling me sweetie or honey pie or something. It's almost like touching me without asking.
Well, the date that I had for NASCAR, I put down the phone. I go, oh my God, that girl just called me sweetie pie. That's what it was. She called me sweetie pie. And he goes, call him that back. He's like, that's what I do because I can't stand it either.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, sweetie pie. It was really uncomfortable.
That's in that show and the clip for that movie coming up called Mean Girls.
Oh, yeah.
When the tables turn and she goes, love you, bye-bye. Like the girl did to her.
I hate that.
That movie looks really good for a teen movie. It was written by that chick from Saturday Night Live. That looks very clever.
The Mean Girls one?
Mean Girls, yeah.
So anyway, thanks again for coming out. Tony P's rocks. And we have so much to talk about, obviously, from just that event, because there was so much drama there. But this morning, Danny is like, his heart is palpitating out of his body.
Yeah.
What happened was?
Okay.
Whoa. Sorry.
All right, so at 4 o'clock this morning, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find scary music.
So at 4 o'clock this morning, I get up,
hell.
I go downstairs to the room I get ready in the morning.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, and I hear Gretchen get up and walk across the floor upstairs. Just blatantly hear it. So I go out of my room kind of quietly because I don't want to scare her because she doesn't know if I've left or not. She probably didn't look at the clock. She doesn't. Well, it's where I get dressed and where I used to live. She doesn't know if I've left yet. She probably didn't look at the clock or doesn't know exactly what time I leave, so I don't want to scare her. But I would like to have coffee with her if she's up. She's getting something for the baby. So she's not in the kitchen or downstairs, so I go upstairs, and I say, hey, Gretchen, nothing, but the bathroom light is on. So she's in the bathroom. She got up to go to the bathroom. Go in the bathroom, not in there. But she's obviously up. I just heard her walking. It's not like... You know the difference between maybe and absolutely?
Well, right, yeah, you can hear somebody walking.
She just walked. There's no doubt in my mouth. So I just go, Gretchen, and nothing. So now I say, Gretchen, about this light, because now it's weird that she's not answering me because she's awake. And she goes, what? She's in Dante's room. I go in there, I go, did you just get up and walk around? And she said, no. Why, did you hear somebody walking? And I said, I don't want to scare you, but absolutely yes. Somebody just walked around. And she said, I'm in Dante's room because 2 hours ago, I thought he fell out of bed when I heard the thud.
Ghost!
So I came in
or
here.
Isabella.
No.
Ghost!
So I forget to, that was a bad thing too. So now she goes, do you think there's somebody in the house? And I go, I don't want to scare you, but yes, there's someone in this house. We have the baby lock, so
but you don't wonder where Isabella is?
And, well, I right now it's really weird. I'm scared. Okay. So she and Dante are in the bedroom. So I say lock the doors because we have the baby locks. So then I go and check on Isabella to see if she's up. Then I think maybe I should move her in with Mom and everybody should lock every door.
Your safe room or whatever they called it.
Well, I didn't know we had one, but essentially we do because the high up baby locks. So I lift Isabella up and I take her in.
Oh, so you found her asleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put her down and Gretchen gets up and locks both these doors behind me. And this part of the story is unbelievable. When I told Jack before we went on the air, I was going to leave this part out because it's weird and really doesn't have a lot to do with the story. So I go outside to go around my truck and look on the side because we have motion detector lights and I want them on. And as I go around the back of my car, I get hit in the head good. I mean, a decent shot, and I absolutely freak out and scream like a girl. And I don't do your cool uppercut like you did to Stench. I go, ah! And I almost said the F word. It's the friggin' LA Times. Has perfectly timed, thrown over my gate, and hits me in the back of the head. Swear on my life.
Oh my God!
I was actually going to leave that out because all the rest of the story is like real. There's a person in my house,
right? But you get
and the LA Times is a coincidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was going to leave it out. So I get clocked by the LA Times, and I'm almost crying. I'm going, oh my God.
I've been hit.
Right, and then once I realize
once
I realize it's the times, it doesn't lower my heart rate, and I'm still scared about there's somebody definitely in the house. So I just go panicking through the house. I go back up to Gretchen's room or Dante's room, and I talk about not coming to work. I say, what do I do? And then we figure out a little more calmly that if somebody's been walking around this house all night, and we're now having this conversation this loud, they'd run, right?
I guess.
So she goes, could it be an animal in the attic? And I said, no, it's not a scurrying, baby. It's somebody walking. So we
wait. You can't tell us anymore until we come back.
So I'm telling the story of being just absolutely positive that there's someone in my home.
Right.
And I wish there was a better payoff. There's a better payoff when, you make a story up or you enhance a story for entertainment. The fact is I did not find anyone in my house.
That's creepy.
But
doesn't it I don't know, make you a little, it makes you feel like creepy?
Well, I said to Gretchen today, and you know what? I'd love to call her, but for some reason she said, and I forgot about this in the heat of the moment, for some reason as I was leaving, she said, don't talk about this on the radio.
Why?
I don't know exactly. Maybe she shouldn't want... If we feel so vulnerable, maybe that's putting out there that we're easy to find, or, I don't know. But that's what...
You have an alarm system. Maybe you guys should start setting it.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
You know what they did in Beverly Hills, the people that broke into that Beverly Hills home?
What?
I mean, everybody was okay, but what they did is...
home invasion, you mean?
Home invasion.
That scares me. I think about that.
They, I guess they tied up the kids or whatever, and they said, next time tell your mommy and daddy to set the alarm.
Yeah. So, well...
I mean, everybody was okay, but still.
So if you're not the guy that was in my house last night...
He's probably not listening.
Well, we're probably his favorite radio station. Are you kidding? But there will be Killer Attack Dog Central by 10:30 in my house.
Or just, you know how everybody gets lazy with their alarm system?
Yep. Yeah. That's why there'll be a killer dog. It's the best defense in the world. A dog. And I told Gretchen, I said, because I'm still confident there was somebody in the house. There's no explanation for that noise. There just really isn't.
A ghost.
Right? I told Gretchen today, I said, absolutely, positively, this is a great lesson. It takes one mistake of there really being someone in here right now with a gun, and then we learn next time if we survive it, wow, we should have used our alarm or had one of them barking dogs, and we'd have been better off. So I'm getting one today.
Are you? Yeah, but I don't know if one of those scary dogs are more of a threat to your child than...
I talked to Stench about that the second I got here. I said, how confident are you? And he said, 100%. I'm 100% confident. I've talked to the breeders before. They're 100% confident. And I'm going to go with... And, I've called the people in the magazines and stuff that have the picture of the German Shepherd next to the private jet.
Right.
And it says, feel safe and stuff like that. I've talked to those people before. And they've all assured me, nobody gets eaten by our trained dogs. You hear about the Rottweiler or the pit bull that was at the gang member's house that ate his baby. So, but we have trained dogs that are there to protect.
Chows. There's a lot, though.
Yeah. He goes, these dogs are here to protect your baby. We're not going to sell them. You'd be reading about it if our trained dogs ate your babies. So today I'm going to take that chance. I'm going to go to Howard, a really reputable breeder, and I'm going to get a dog this afternoon. It was horrible, Jamie.
I have one of those panic buttons.
Do you?
Yeah, but you know what's scary about the panic button? And it's
do you have to wear it around your neck?
You can, but
because I have one on the alarm itself, but you have to get to it.
Well, mine's funny. Mine's on the bedpost, like at the headboard, which kind of, you're like, oh my God, all right, just stay to the left of that.
Right.
But mine's like right there, so I can just push it. But the scary part about having a panic button, and I think you'll find this too with a dog, but is if you hear something, you hold your thumb like right over it, and then you walk around your house, and like the cat's gonna come around the corner or whatever, you're just gonna push it. And my alarm system is like, it's illegally loud.
Oh, good.
Right, because in the 90s or whatever, they made you change it to, it has to be like quieter, and because people's alarms were being stuck on
all the time, right?
Yeah, so mine's still in the illegally loud
decibel
phase.
range.
Yeah, so I have to keep that in mind too. Plus, I have a gun, so I have a panic button in my left hand, a gun in my right hand. I'm like, Annie, get your gun on acid. But you'll find this probably with your dog. So if the dog starts barking or freaking out, I think that's also a really scary sensation.
I agree with you absolutely when it first happens. Then when you're awake and alert and the dog is barking and growling, you go, well, I guess I'm fairly safe. There's a big dog barking and growling.
Yeah.
If there's anything in here that he's barking and growling at, it's screwed.
I thought about that, but with the panic button in one hand, the gun in the right hand, I don't have room for a leash.
Right, I understand completely. But see, it's funny because I said to Gretchen, you're doing the exact opposite and appropriate, but the exact opposite of what I'm going to do, and I'm doing mine for an appropriate reason. We're not the kind of people to remember to set our alarm every single time. We're just not. And I'm not going to ever get a gun with the kids in the house. No. I'm never going to do it. Plus, I don't know that I'd get one without the kids in the house. I'm fairly irresponsible. I'd lose it. My brother left all his stuff in my house.
When it's loaded, you don't lose it.
My brother left all his stuff in my house when he first moved to Mexico. And when he came back, he was getting his stuff. And he finally came up to me looking all sheepish. And he said, listen, man, there's a .357 Magnum somewhere in your basement, and I can't find it.
And you have kids? Well, that's a little stupid.
Yeah, I thought so, too. Hey, I told you, a whole country hates them.
Wow.
Yeah. So, today. That was really an awful experience.
I'm sure it's unsettling.
Yeah, I'm unsettled.
Yeah, well, wasn't there like some transient that was living on this lady's like second floor
yeah.
for like a week, and she thought she was hearing something, but she wasn't sure?
Well, you know that girl that we all think is funny that calls here, Kathy?
Yeah.
And Jack has her picture on his desk?
Right.
She was living in my garage.
Yeah, I know.
And was found, because I kept calling the police going, there's somebody here. And they found her nest, if you will.
Yeah. And what was the one guy like cooked food and stuff, had a bath? I like it when they make themselves comfy.
Yeah. God, this is because the weird part is I still have no idea what it was. And it'd be if there was one faint hint in my mind that it was a tree brushing up against something or the cat jumped down off his post. If there was even an inkling of that, I'd be over it now. But it wasn't that. It was somebody walking. That's all there is to it. That's the dilemma I have to face.
Were they running or walking?
Walking. But blatantly, because there's people walking in a 1928 house, you hear every move. Everything creaks and moves.
Well, right, because I was telling you that it sounded like on my roof somebody was running across it, and I found out it was, it was possums.
Right. This was not scurrying. We had, we had this discussion. It was no animal scurrying.
Wow, that's
It was
creepy.
footsteps. Yeah, the only problem that I have to face about this is the fact that there was someone in my home, and what am I going to do about it? Not like, I wonder what that was.
And nothing was disheveled?
No, I couldn't find my wallet this morning, but that's every other day.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Because there's no, like, what was it so I can find it?
Did you look for, like, a prying mark?
I looked for,
the Union label?
Luckily there'll be a dog in my house today. You don't need to pry anything to get in my house.
Oh, don't tell people that.
Well, today, you have till noon.
Oh my God, for Gretchen right now.
You know, well, it's daytime. I'll take a roll of the dice. You got till noon, and then you're getting eaten.
You know, it's weird how you can die in this world.
Yep.
One is home invasion, obviously,
Yeah.
and Danny suffered from it today.
Although, those guys don't usually kill you, do they?
I don't know.
I don't think they do. I think they bust in.
Actually, home invasions actually happen mostly during the day because people don't expect it.
Right. I think we've read that on the show.
Uh-huh.
And then don't they take everybody hostage while you go empty your ATM and stuff?
Usually people aren't at home. That's the easiest time for them to do it because they don't have a confrontation.
I think home invasion, though, is the name for busting in when you're there. That they do it on purpose when you're there because they know you can't come home and surprise them.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
I have no idea. Anyway, but Danny, had somebody in his house. It's kind of creepy. Now you feel. I think the worst part would be after a burglary.
Yeah.
How violated you.
I know exactly.
Well, no, I mean, but no, I'm talking extremes. Like where somebody went through your house and grabbed like stuff, and you feel like their like body is still in your underwear drawer.
No.
You know what I mean? Like they go and they grab jewelry and all that stuff.
This happened to me and Gretchen. We had to go because it was a big ring. We had to go fly back to Phoenix and testify against them and look in their faces. They were in my house when we were home. The girl, because I heard them testify, played with my Great Dane on the couch. Well, they stole stuff from downstairs, but they got...
Great Dane's not very good.
It was retarded. I was so upset when I heard they played with my dog. And then...
That's what's going to happen with a new dog.
They
You're
went
fluffy.
down, they found my keys and stole my Camaro. And so I went
Did it have
downstairs.
T-tops?
I didn't. Yes,
Whoa.
I didn't notice anything gone. So I just went to go to work, and the car wasn't there. And it was a condo, so you kind of pulled into the house. You just went downstairs into your garage. And I looked around for the longest time, going, "Now what the hell did I do with the car?" And that's when I realized somebody was in here.
Drunk.
And yeah, that's what I thought. And then a year later, we had to fly back to Phoenix, the city that I had been so arrested in, was a huge scandal in. We had to fly back to Phoenix and testify in court against. They wouldn't have paid for it, except, excuse me, it was this huge car theft ring. So, yeah, I've had it, and I never felt the same about that place.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Anyway, that must be like the creepiest feeling is, just knowing somebody went through your stuff. And like my girlfriend, she thinks she was dating this cop guy or whatever, a private investigator. And now she's like totally freaking out thinking that he planted bugs and stuff in her house.
Wow, that's different.
So that would feel like, totally violating, like, and she thinks like he's staring at her at all times. But I think the scariest way that you could die is something Jack handed me.
What's wrong with Jack?
Well, Jack is like a smart ass. Like, here, you guys are all worried about home invasion. Here's one. He's like, you should run away from your home. Shower curtain deaths.
Oh, they're running rampant these days.
Now, what do you think that means? Like, what would happen?
Choke to death on it somehow.
That's what I thought. Nope. The bacteria at the bottom of the shower curtain is deadly.
Oh, man.
How nasty is that?
Gross and horrible.
It says hundreds of millions of potentially harmful bacteria live on a single shower curtain. The bacteria made up of thousands of different varieties reside in the buildup at the bottom of the shower curtain and can affect people with weak immune systems and children.
Wow.
That is gnarly.
Okay. You want to know another way to die? Guy calls the police. He's been stabbed several times by his girlfriend. The police come to the house, and sure enough, he has multiple stab wounds, and he's bleeding all over the place. So while they're waiting for the ambulance, the girl admits that she stabbed him several times, but only after he was beating her. The interesting part is, she didn't stab him with a knife. She stabbed him with a mounted fish.
Whoa, that's cool.
One of those billfish.
Oh,
pulled it off the wall and just started stabbing him with it.
Oh, that's nasty.
But
those do look deadly.
On the Million Ways to Die.
Yeah, somebody was actually on a boat.
It was Jack, the guy that sold me my boat.
And somebody got stabbed when it jumped.
It didn't stab it. They say it happens a lot that they go for the light on your mast on sailboats. And they go for the
that would be a sucky ass way to die.
And they usually die on your deck, but according to Jack, and this is quite the story, but according to Jack, it pierced his cabin and was like the bill was right there. Oh. But I've read the finding fish on your deck a lot in sailing magazines.
It says if the germs come into contact with children, AIDS patients, those undergoing chemotherapy, or people with open wounds, it can cause urinary tract infections, pneumonia, abscesses in the stomach, and more. The bottom of your shower curtain. I know. The researcher urged people to clean or replace their shower curtain regularly or install glass shower doors to prevent bacteria growth. They studied shower curtains owned for only 6 months.
Yikes.
How long you had your shower curtains?
Maybe since 1928.
I'm just reading that. Hey, Jack, can you pull that shade a little bit? Because I can't see these phone calls and it's killing my eyeballs. Thank you. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, it is. By the way, just because I saw him and was reminded, didn't you think Frodo did a good job?
He did a great job.
Because he was so nervous.
Yeah, he did a great job. He was awesome.
At Quattro de Mayo.
Your mom rocked.
Okay, my mom is fielding offers this morning.
She was awesome.
Do you think it's a surprise? Thank you very much,
awesome.
by the way. It was really fun. Now, do you think that it would be any kind of surprise what I told you, Jack, or should I tell her on the air or off the air?
I don't know. Is it a done deal?
No.
You can tell
Yeah.
me.
So Kevin comes up to me. I just want to tell you, I didn't want to, if it's going to be some surprise. Kevin Gabay comes up to me and goes, "Oh my God, your mother absolutely has to open Not So Silent Night."
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I'm stoked. And then he goes, "Oh my God, wait a second. We're doing a totally 80s show, and she's totally 80. So she is now fielding offers from this here radio station.
She was awesome. She can sing.
Yeah, she belts them out, huh?
I feel like she should sit down or something.
Well, it's funny because
when she's downing the vodka or whatever, what was she?
Vodka. Well, and when she couldn't find vodka, that's when she took the margarita from the Strange Effing Man.
Yeah.
So I go on stage into a microphone. I go, "Mom, did you just take a drink from a strange effing man? And in the microphone, she goes, I know a lot of strange effing men. He was fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom rocks.
She did rock. She was awesome.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
Awesome. It was really great. So that was fun. And thanks again to Tony P. We
Yeah,
love Tony
absolutely.
P. And
We
the
love
food
Tony.
at Tony P's is awesome. It is so good.
You know what I got to do at Tony P's
dinner.
that I absolutely love to do? Because I had Chris doing, Johnny Carr, my mom, her accompanist, Brian, Gretchen, myself. So the waitress comes up because we wanted appetizers, and it was perfect. I had to go like this. I said, we'll have this side of the menu, please. And she goes, ha ha. And I went, no. Because it was 6, 7 items, right?
Right.
So I said, no. We'll have this side of the menu, please. I just felt like a king.
It was.
And it was like $48 to be just like, a czar. I'll have that side of the menu, please.
It was. There was a crazy nut job there too. She was drunker than crap in the mental
I guess we can use her
illness
first
case.
name, right?
Hillary. Hillary was a nut job, and she pissed me off. And she got right in my face and started screaming at me, saying, "That other woman, I saw her. She got 10 CDs, and I didn't get anything."
I got sardines.
She did that all night, followed around Tony P, yelling at him, and Tony brought her outside and then had security not let her back in and goes, "Look, I saved you." I'm like, Tony, she was yelling at you.
She was like freaking out. Well, so what happened was we did say it and win for money a couple of times.
Right.
And then we did say it and win for hot dogs.
Right.
And then we did say it and win for sardines.
Which you had mentioned earlier on the show yesterday, we're doing sardine style.
Right. I said weenie style and sardine style. Right?
And on stage, she was happy about it.
Yeah. And so she goes and sits down and she says, "The girl that got the hot dogs got 10 CDs. I saw it for myself. I saw it." So everybody's like ignoring her. So she's just livid. So I go, "Listen, we're a radio station. We'll get you 10 CDs.
Nice.
If you saw the woman with the stupid hot dogs get 10 CDs, we want to make your life here happy. We can get you 10 CDs.
As a matter of fact, I know that you said something like that because you said it to me because you got 2 contestants for the CDs at first, and I
Right.
thought that's going to be approximately 16 CDs each. And I said, do we have that many CDs? And you said, we're a radio station, Danny.
I think I said dumbass.
Possibly. We have CDs.
You know what's funny?
I meant with us,
is
like in Stench's car.
when we go out, because we're so mean to each other, like in the room, and then we go out and we're like, "We have CDs, dumbass."
People just go.
Oh.
You know what there was a lot of last night for so many Jamie and Danny listeners that should kind of know? A lot of this. Oh.
I know. Because that's how it is in this room. I mean, it's just too funny. Anyway, so I like calmed her, right? I'm like, "We have your CDs. We will get you your CDs." So I thought everything was fine. Then she kept screaming at me.
she's
and I go,
drunk.
"Listen, I've handled this. Stop yelling." And then she kept explaining, "I just became a member of the Chamber of Commerce in Marina Del Rey.
Kept saying
You
that
don't
to me,
want to
too.
mess with me.
Oh, my God.
I will tell people in Marina Del Rey." And I'm thinking,
Yeah,
what are you going to tell Drunk Bunny? You guys have something to share. You have something in common.
I mean, unless it's somebody with the power to pull our license or something, there is no anybody so big you'll never work in this town again. You can go ahead and punch Spielberg right in the face, and if you've got something to offer this town, they'll give you money for it.
Well, the only scary one is like when you golf, like I did with the chief of police.
See,
You're like,
that's a thing.
that guy could ruin my life.
Yep. with a dash of his pen.
Yeah.
Could ruin your life.
So I tried not to piss him off.
Good. How'd you do at it?
I did good.
Excellent.
He was actually very kind. He didn't golf worth crap, but he was a great guy. Anyway, so she just kept screaming. So she did that to you guys too?
Not to me. I didn't see her again.
Oh yeah, all night. When we were
Oh,
we were leaving, she was still going off, and it was like 9 o'clock.
She was. You think it was just she was so drunk?
I think she was wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was drunk or mentally ill. I couldn't decide.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I mean, her faculties, if you will.
Yeah, we're impaired from off the bat.
Oh man.
When she
Anyway.
came running to the stage to do it and bounced, her breast bounced all over the place, and she hit the stage, and you go, "You run really funny, run again." I go, "Jamie, it's a bad call to make this drunk lady run." And then when she hit the stage on her way
Drunk
back,
people falling down always makes me laugh.
I barely caught her, man. I go, "See?"
That always makes me laugh. Yeah.
I had an issue.
What?
I get upset when people who don't know people that I know well try and convince you that they're good people. Such as Frodo and my wife. My wife met Frodo for the first time for 5 minutes yesterday. why are you so mean to him? He's normal. He's just a nice kid. I'm like, he was scared stiff
I know what
yesterday,
you're
and
talking
he
about.
was semi-normal because he was sitting there and shaking. But normally, he is creepy
You know what?
and gets
You're
on my
right.
nerves, and you don't know.
But you know what? We've all had those experiences where you have to convince somebody that the person
Right.
they're talking to is evil.
I had to give Frodo the evil eye so bad yesterday. I'm sitting with the boss, Brad, and
B-Rad.
B-Rad is discussing station business with me and going over his email and discussing all sorts of, business with me. And Frodo comes up in between us, folds his arms, and just stares at Brad. And Brad just looks over him like he's not there, but because he's kind of my Frodo.
Yeah.
So I'm flipped out, embarrassed, and uncomfortable and weird, and he has to go. He has to stop this. So I'm
But
just
that's
staring at
him. That's how. Yeah.
I'm staring at him, and now I'm doing the come on, head movement, and Brad, who is I guess pretending not to notice him, B-Rad, is nobody could be more uncomfortable, and he just wouldn't go.
He has this weird thing. Like he just stands there.
Yeah, and stares.
But does he know he's doing it? Like, is
How
it
can he not know if he
Well, it might be
listens to
some
the
kind of
show?
like epilepsy or something.
I know he knows
Or
because
Tourette's.
I'll to look at him and go, "Don't stare at me anymore. Go
He
away."
might not know. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's a Tourette's thing.
I don't know.
Epilepsy.
It might be some kind of
A
not
thing.
disease, but
A mental,
malady.
Yeah. Yeah.
like a malady of some kind.
Yeah, it might be a malady. Not a melody, but a malady.
Right.
And what kind of melody do you play with your malady? Because he has both.
He does.
Yes. I was going to talk to him, but I don't like him.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk to him later. Ask him if he knows.
Hey, do you know? Do you know you do this? Answer the friggin' question. Do you know you do this?
Well, I didn't know you could slam that door.
He's not my Frodo anymore. Yeah, sure. That's what he said to me.
What does that mean?
It means he's a punk ass.
Oh.
Oops.
Ooh. Oh. Wow, crazy.
Well, it's just that I could beat him up so easy.
Mariachis, not Harry Crotches.
That's what Stench likes.
I love mariachis.
He likes Harry Crotches.
My brother John is Don Jalisco, king of the desert, friend of the poor.
But everybody hates him there.
No, that's John. This is John.
Oh, that's gonna get a memo.
Why did you do that?
Because I was done. It stunk.
You could have moved it. It was delicious.
You guys didn't need any more. You're not Havasu ready.
We're not going to have a
Yeah.
I might take you.
We might not go. We don't go places with girls who throw our food.
You get that so it doesn't get squished into the carpet.
Although I forgot all about the food in the studio thing, so maybe it's good that you did that. Stench, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
today,
something
man?
is so wrong with you. What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
Not that one, dumbass.
I need a napkin. It's ucky.
Anyway, how are you? How are things?
Interesting.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. What I think is that you started something.
I didn't start anything.
Well, you didn't start Stench, that's for sure.
You
said-
broke the gate.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Anyway, all I said was I like mariachis, and he said I like Harry Crotches. When did I start?
You threw the guacamole.
I didn't throw it. I placed it in the trash can.
Well, either way, I wanted it.
I tossed it in the trash. I'll get it. It's fine. All right. So here's the deal. I'm helping you guys. Do you know how fattening avocados are?
Yes.
I just saved you guys 10, 20 pounds.
Wow.
I bet I did. I got it. Don't worry about that. I'll get it.
Stench, your ass is falling out of those pants.
Oh, I don't. He is too.
Oh, it's
he's-
so next to you.
I know.
Oh.
He's too close to me for that. No, I don't want to see it.
Then don't look.
I got hairy.
That's a lot of acne.
I got.
Is it?
I got hairy ass
See-
crack.
I saw the hair.
You have acne on your booty?
Yeah.
That's great.
I have
You get
tattoos.
sweaty and can't breathe.
Jack, did you play the first call
No.
of the thing? I'm so tired from yesterday. And I have so many issues from yesterday, you don't even know.
Why?
Because I like issues.
Yeah. It's kind of a stupid question, Stench.
No, it's so funny because my girlfriend, she told me about this guy, and I thought he was gonna. You know how you have expectations of somebody?
Mm-hmm.
So she told me, "Oh my God, he's so gorgeous, and he's this and he's that," and I met him, and I was like, oh, That's him. I think like if you really want to help out your friends, like don't give them those kinds of expectations. Because she told me he was gorgeous.
It's like going to see a movie that just cannot possibly live up to what people have said about it.
Exactly right. Exactly. So, and then I was like, oh, such a bummer. And then he was like, kind of, I don't know. He was with Howie and the Pips.
He was with the whole army event.
Yeah, he was one of the Pips.
Wow.
And he was just kind of cocky and cool. And then I was like, oh.
You must have spent some time with him because I think Jack was asking Stench when I came in, how did Jamie end up speaking to Howard Segal?
And that's Howie and the Pips. I changed his name.
Well, he's always been Howard Segal.
I know, but I think he doesn't want to be.
Oh.
By the way, and I would never say this in my life, but Howie looked great.
Wow, you never would say that in your life.
He looked awesome. I mean, he has lost so much weight, and he's all muscular.
Yeah, I was going to say he didn't have much weight to lose. He's been kind of muscular.
Well, his face was a little puffy before, and now he's like, his face looks awesome. And I actually, after like, I think it was 7 beers, I thought about it.
Now, a lot of times we make things bigger than they were to tell a good story. Right?
I don't.
So,
I don't have to.
I was trying to help you out because I was going to say you opened at 4:30, whatever time we went on the stage. You told some guy he was cute, and then went, "Of course, I'm drunk," and it was 4:30.
Oh yeah, I wasn't drunk.
Okay, see, yeah.
But that was on stage. That's
Right.
different. On
That's
this
what I
show,
meant.
unfortunately, what I tell is I don't even have to make big. Actually, sometimes I tone it down so I don't seem crazy.
I tell people that. They go, "Is that real?" And I said, "That's tone." I just busted Stench so bad, and there's no joy in Mudville because he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. That I mean, if this happened to me, what just happened to him, I'd be mortified. I'm walking up the hallway. I got my Frappuccino here, and I'm walking up the hallway, and I hear Stench telling Ernie, who is a very nice man, but not kidding around about his building, right?
Yeah, he's the building
superintendent, if you will. He's the Schneider. But he's
but without all those keys.
And without, being the guy that busts in kind of like Kramer. He's very serious about his building.
Right.
And I hear Stench saying, Bonaducci broke that gate this morning. He was out there trying to lift it off the ground, and he broke it. And Ernie says, well, he would be my first suspect.
I heard him.
And I was right there, and they didn't see me, so I come around the corner, and I said, both of you know what? And neither one of them cared that they had just been
because
busted.
They were telling the truth.
No, there's video, and I put up $1,000.
No, I mean that you're like the first person everybody suspects.
Yeah, and that's fine with me.
Yeah.
So
you didn't really bust him for anything. You just told him the truth.
No, Stench was saying I actually did it.
Oh, well, that
suspecting
I
me of anything, I kind of earned that.
Right.
But actually breaking the gate, there is, in fact, video, apparently, and I want Stench to beg and grovel, and he won't even care. He'll go, oh, you didn't do it.
Yeah, he didn't care a lot about you.
Yeah, you know what? He doesn't care a lot about anything that I can tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has no job fear.
He likes Jack.
Too much.
Yeah, because one day he wasn't doing something or whatever. He was like doing something stupid, and you said, "Aren't you afraid?" or whatever. And he's like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
He just doesn't care.
I admire that.
I don't admire it at all because if I was his wife, because I bet even in the relationship, he's one of those I don't carers.
I don't know. I don't know that he can possibly be like this and have scored her.
But and you girls know what I'm talking about. You know that guy that honestly, he doesn't care, and you can be like crying, and you can be flipping out, and you can be like trying to explain to him everything, and he just doesn't care. He's like, oh well. Or or you wreck your car and you call your husband, and you're like, oh my God, it'll be fine.
Oh, I'm that guy with that stuff.
Or this guy. What do you want me to do?
I'm also that guy.
Yeah.
That's the I don't care guy.
But I mean, that's just stuff. Some stuff got broken. Nobody's hurt. I don't care. It's fine.
I know, but if you're hysterical and then the other person isn't hysterical, you feel stupid.
Okay, I'm the hysteric. And I not only feel stupid, then I get mad. I'm hysterical. Be hysterical with me.
Yeah. Join in on my hysteria.
Yeah, absolutely. Jump in on the hysteria train.
All right. Did we do the first calls of the day? Because it's already freaking 7:20 here, and I feel like we haven't even started a show yet.
Oh, are you kidding? We've had home invasions, locked gates, false accusations, crazy drunk woman, Arthur who won $1,300. What are you talking about, wild woman?
I just feel like the Cinco de Mayo festivities haven't even begun.
Well, there are not a lot because we did Cuatro de Mayo. There's like mariachis walking around and guacamole, just none for
Merry
us.
crotches.
But I think we're all De Mayo'd out from yesterday.
Yeah. Now Monica was supposed to have today off, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is it it's not an American holiday.
Doesn't
Right,
she
but-
dance Mexican or something?
Yeah.
Monica, can you come in there and dance a Mexican jig?
She does the whole thing.
She
Yeah,
does?
the quinceañera.
Oh, yeah. She can teach.
Yeah, she teaches the quinceañera.
Yes, Jack, you're elongating.
Not just that, but when she was Miss Mexico, she had a whole routine. 'Cause
Oh,
I
she had a
went- I
routine.
went to
Oh,
the
yeah.
pageant. She did a thing.
Wow. I don't know where she is right now.
I think she's actually looking for Tylenol for me.
Oh, all right.
I have a headache in my eye from
This-
this morning's home invasion
Yeah.
that is just out of control.
Oh, all right. Here we go. We're going to push this. Oh, no, we're not. Jack, you got to push your... What happened? I'm playing something.
The first call of the day with Jamie and Danny.
Oh.
Ready for action, nip it in the bud, we never relaxing. Outcast is everlasting. Look at the ticket, let's see your seatbelt fasten. Trunk rattling like two midgets in the back seat wrestling. Speaker box vibrate the tag, make it sound like aluminum cans in the bag. But I know y'all wanted that 808. Can you feel that beat? Yes, that's right. I like the way you move. I like the way you move.
Da-da-da.
I love the way you move.
Dance for me, dance for me. Yeah. My down south shorties, come on, do that thing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. My East Coast shorties, come on, do that thing. I said, dance for me, dance for me. Yeah. My West Coast shorties, come on, do that thing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Wow. What's going on over there?
It's very busy in this room.
Very
it is
busy.
just so... Jeannie?
Happy Cinco de Mayo!
Happy Cinco de
You
Mayo!
were the first call of the day. Oh my God, it's crazy.
I was at Cuatro de Mayo last night. I had such a great time.
Good, we're very glad.
And I wanted to tell Danny, your mom was so cute.
How much does my mom rock?
She was awesome. I can't believe she just downed straight vodka.
Twice.
Twice, I know.
Yeah, that's my
yeah,
mom.
that was, isn't that neat how she can just down that vodka and we
And
don't
then-
know where Danny gets it. And they
and-
say it's not genetic.
It's so funny. I don't think I ever saw her drink till she was 60.
Really?
Yeah, she just took it out. Like some people, I guess, all of a sudden just take up smoking or other bad habits.
Yeah.
I didn't see her take a drink. My mom and dad were married for 22 years. There was never alcohol in the house.
Wow.
I think she learned it from me instead of vice versa.
I tried to take up smoking. That didn't work out.
Yeah. No, I think my mom learned from me.
Yeah.
And is just better at controlling it or closer to the end of her life and doesn't care.
So, Jeannie, did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun. Actually, I was showing you my necklace. I had the penis necklace.
Oh, yes. That was very, very interesting.
Wasn't it?
Yes. Now, where did you get that?
My friend, her mom started some jewelry store, and I think she got it at a bead convention or something. I don't know.
Her necklace, when you tug on it, it becomes excitable.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was very cool. And, you know, Big Jim kind of freaked you out right when I was showing it to you. He's kind of scary.
Well, he hovers.
And that's, I was standing there watching because you didn't want to touch him, which,
Yeah.
you know, is understandable, but I didn't want to feel bad, so I kissed him, and I swear to God, I wanted to go shower so bad.
Ugh.
He kind of reminds me of Lenny from of
Mice and Men, absolutely.
Like, he has good intentions, but you don't want to get too close.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right,
exactly
right.
All right, Jeannie, hold on. You're the first call of the day.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Little Big Jim.
This is Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hey, it's Brian. Big Brian's in town, baby.
Big
How you doing?
Big Brian.
I'm in town.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Cuatro de Mayo.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Are you the guy that handed me your business card?
It's a social card, baby. I'm a bum.
Oh, yeah. That it just says your name and Esquire?
Yeah.
That's right. Danny said thank you. Jamie just smiled and took it. You can keep it, it's only worth a penny.
So, Brian, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you have fun?
I had a good time.
Good.
What do you do that constitutes the business card with nothing on it?
I'm a gigolo.
Yeah.
Would you like a piece of Stench?
He's too fat sexy for me.
Well, he does listen.
Yeah.
So do you go with men and women for the money?
No, I ain't no fruit.
He's not no fruit.
Ain't no fruit.
I'm seafood, baby. I'm ex-Coastie, retired Coast Guard officer.
And
Seafood. You see a Coastie, you want to eat him.
Okay.
A gentleman and an officer.
Right.
I think something's wrong with you.
I love them.
Yeah, well, I'm a what you call a schizoaffective bipolar type.
Oh, well, welcome to our appearance.
Yeah, manic depression, baby. It's a frustrating mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't I know?
They have
Jamie, you're off your meds, baby.
Yeah.
You better start taking your lithium.
Oh, yeah, that's what I need.
I give that up. That's for girls.
I like them pink pills. Pink's my favorite color. It don't stink. It don't stink. And roses, they do smell like poo, but I like them anyway.
I think it's safest to go now, even though I think he's funny.
Hey, Brian?
Yeah.
It was nice to meet you.
Okay, remember Los Angeles, feed the children.
Well, thank you, Brian. That's very sweet.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
You know, he ends. How do you go wrong with no matter what a freak you are, and then end with feed the children? That's good.
Because I felt like he meant feed your own bodies to him. I felt like he was doing a Dahmer for us. He's nuts.
Hey, while you're calling up for ways you have run off men you thought you wanted,
I'm the winner.
at 1-877-487-9999, I'd like to do a little segment called Reason Number 51, I Quit Drinking. Reason number 50 is because I don't remember this event. Would you like to give them number 51, Stench?
This was the story I got from your old friend Scott.
This because we saw what started this. We saw the sharks in Palisades, and I said I'll go get them right now with a fork.
And then you tried that before, and you don't remember.
I don't remember this at all.
Scott told me. This is how I heard this story.
Scott.
And I know I called you. I remember that.
I know.
You called Scott and told him you were out fishing on your boat and to come meet you, that you were out off Duke's in Malibu.
Right?
He says he goes to Duke's in Malibu. He walks into the bar area there, which is like right on the water, and he looks in 30 feet away from the restaurant. You have your anchor out and you're naked on the back of your boat
That's hot.
with a knife jumping in the water saying you're going to get sharks.
I heard it was a fork.
It was a knife or a fork?
I probably had a fillet knife for thinking I was going to catch fish.
You know, it's funny because I remember a time when Danny was really drunk in Mexico and he saw an alligator in the swamp and went after it.
And we
I
have
remember
pictures of
too.
that.
We were all there.
Dude, I got close to that. Those pictures scared me. I got close to that. That thing was
Yes,
big.
Jack, your turn.
That's funny. I just remember a time when Danny was really drunk.
Wow. I guess the alligator's probably what, number 52?
Yeah.
Reasons I quit drinking.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow, because we have pictures of the alligator thing. That was stupid. You know, the other ones you just kind of remember, but pictures of you with a big alligator, that kind of scares you.
I remember when Danny was really drunk and hit North America.
In his boat.
Has enough time passed?
He's
that,
like
it's not
Christopher
insurance?
Columbus, but different.
I discovered America. I just didn't want to.
Maybe Christopher Columbus is really drunk.
And you know what's funny is everybody in the marina remembers that, and everybody on Venice Beach remembers that. Like permanent people, like lifeguards, and cops, and everything, guys with boats. They always. I heard it 30 times yesterday about how they heard about me hitting America.
I remember one time Danny came in here a little hammered and he took a bat to the back of his head.
Oh!
No, the problem with that one, stone cold sober. That's not
Hell,
the reason.
that's a shame.
That's reason number 51. I take my meds.
Oh.
Entirely different.
The pain-free meds.
Yes. And the meds that make me not want to get hit in the head with a bat on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a weird day.
What do you take so you stop hitting your friends in the head with a bat?
Oh, I gave you an out. I hit you a little bit hard, but not too hard with the bat, and you called me a bitch and said, is that as hard as you can hit? Come on, really hit me.
What the hell is wrong with me?
Or what about the day that, because it's so fun to play with Danny, because we do this before he got on the different medication. It was really fun because you could challenge him to anything, you guys. I mean, because he was so manic, like, or what, I don't know what you call it, but I mean, you'd challenge him to anything and he'd flip out and he'd get paranoid and all this stuff. And the best day was the coconut when I'm like,
oh my God,
you're
that
such
hurt.
a wimp. You can't even crack that coconut, and the dude started smashing his head with it.
What about the tombstone made out of wood?
Oh, God, that hurt. That hurt my neck.
And then when he ran across the room and headbutted the pumpkin, diving into the wall and then bounced off. Remember that one?
That hurt my neck.
We're glad you got. I don't know if we're glad with the new medication.
Well, wait a second. What made you think that that's still fine with me? It just hurt my neck. Get me something to smash.
No, it was that. Remember, you just become obsessed. Like if we challenged you,
Dude, I want to go get those sharks off the Palisades right now with a big fillet knife.
I'll tell you what. Are there? You know what? Are there sharks out there?
Yeah, there's all over the news.
Well, then tomorrow, what we should do is have you go out there or be out there in the morning and go swimming.
Well, no, I don't want to just go swimming. I want a task. Is the task to try and kill one
No.
by my hand?
Yeah.
And we'll stuff meat down your shorts.
Yeah, because there isn't any there.
Yeah, some bloody fillets down your shorts, and then you swim around.
I hate to admit this, but it
Why
just...
did you add bloody?
Because the sharks like
chum.
blood.
It just sounds like the funnest morning ever to me. I absolutely think that's hysterical and go do that. And
I'm
we'll just
for
need
it.
somebody to report it. Just somebody there with a cell phone or whatever.
Yeah, I'm for it. It'll be
Aside
awesome.
from cold, it sounds so
And then
fun.
we'll have KTLA cover it with their helicopter. And so we can
I
see
will
you from
so
the
kill a shark if I see one and drag
Oh
its
no!
ass to shore.
Is this one of these things that we're going to talk about and not plan and not do?
All I have to do is go to the beach.
There's no planning involved. Send them with meat to the beach.
Are
Hold
you?
on.
Would you do it?
I swear on my life.
I know, but are we going to do this? You know how we do this?
Yes, but the problem is it cool with bosses and stuff? I'll be at the
Sure
beach
it
instead
is.
of here.
Or if we tape it this afternoon, because it happens during the
No,
afternoon.
I've got a
we can
million
always-
stuff to
we can
do
always
today.
tape
We've
it.
got the meeting after the show.
In the evening is when they feed.
Yeah, we could go in the afternoon and do it. I mean, I live right there.
And
Actually, I'll be in Santa Monica from 3 to 5.
And you need some grunion, because that's what they're coming in for.
Grunion?
Grunion.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't care.
Dress like a grunion.
No, I'm not doing anything stupid.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go in the ocean with a fork and kill me something.